with CJ Nasello on RiverBender.com.
All right now, baby, it's all right now. All right now, baby, it's all right now.
9:45, that's the time on a Friday morning. Connie Davis, it took a little bit, but we're here now. How are we doing ahead of the Elsah Fall Festival this weekend?
Doing great. Obviously, my dog is deciding to try to bark at me. we are dog sitting, and a guest walked by, so I apologize for that.
Well, you know what? I think that's a testimonial. You know you're safe at Green Tree Inn.
Well, you know you're in a small neighborhood when you're happy to babysit the neighbor's dog.
That is... I love it. Connie, you know, Green Tree Inn really is a staple in the Elsah, Grafton community and really the Riverbend region and beyond. And to be a part of Elsah and being a part of this festival, fill us in on all the details, if you could, on this great event.
Well, we are just really excited. This is going to be our biggest and best festival yet. We've got live music. We have multiple food trucks. We have over 40 vendors, so we have all different kinds of wares that people can buy, from pottery to crafts to painting to photography. The museum will be open, so if you've always wanted to learn some more about the history of Elsah, come and take a tour of the museum. My husband Gary is going to be doing walking history tours of the village, which is something that's always popular, and that'll be starting here at the Green Tree at noon and 3 tomorrow. So it's going to be a great day to come and stroll the village.
It really is. And now, how long has the Elsah Fall Festival been going on at this point?
Well, originally, so my husband and I bought the Green Tree in 2012. At that point, we were the only business here in town. So we have really, really tried hard over the last 11 years to get the word out that Elsah is here. So we originally started with a spring festival shortly after we came, and then over the years during the flooding and then COVID, and now it's become a fall festival. And now we have other merchants, and last night we had a volunteer meeting. So it's really grown, and it's really exciting to see this take off, when in the very beginning it was just my husband and I.
That has to be so cool, though, to see the growth of not only the event but Elsah as a whole, and seeing more and more faces starting to be a part of it. Now, I got to ask you, Connie, out of all the years that since 2012 and beyond, is it ever get tiring looking at that beautiful fall foliage whenever the seasons change?
No. I mean, the only negative thing I have to say is that October is our very busiest month, so I don't have time to look up very much. Oh, no. I'm in the kitchen making breakfast and making sweet treats and making sure that our guests are all taken care of.
and now that segues me to a question I wanted to ask you, and that's about the ins and outs of what you guys do at Green Tree. What's your favorite component of what you do? Is it the mingling with the guests? Is it hearing their stories? Is it preparing the meals for them? Take me through that aspect, and then we'll circle back to the festival.
We have gotten to meet so many nice people over the past 11 years that we have been here. This morning over breakfast, we have what we call our regulars, people that have been coming for the last 10 years, that come once or twice, or maybe we don't see them for a couple years. But they get to be friends. They get to be family. I mean, they ask about our grandchildren. We ask about their grandchildren. So it's more than just guests. I mean, we really have like this extended family that we've become with our Green Tree Inn guests. Well, that has to be that's what Gary and I love about it is getting to meet all these different people from all across the United States. And before COVID, we used to get a lot of international, so hopefully things will get back to normal and we'll resume having our international guests, because we really, really enjoyed those folks too.
Oh, I bet. And then, Connie, I could only imagine there's so many components and aspects of what you do that's just so fascinating. And what I think is so cool is that all your hard work and everyone else's is really paying off and putting this, at times global spotlight, national spotlight, and then of always a regional spotlight on the village of Elsah. And this is a really cool event because to me it seems like you can showcase every aspect of this, your guys' amazing village to the general public.
Yes, yes. So we have what we call our historic loop here in the village. So when you come into the village and you start down Mill Street, it's 5 blocks. It goes all the way to Alma Street, where the old school is, and to the adorable Methodist Church, which there's going to be a quilt display in there, and then you can take LaSalle Street all the way back to the river. So just come out. There's going to be volunteers helping with parking. Wherever you can find a place to park, just jump onto the historic loop, walk out the entire historic loop, and you can get in to see, the old schoolhouse, the Methodist Church. A lot of these buildings that normally aren't open to the public.
Absolutely. And then, Connie, just to get into a little bit more detail on this as well, at the gazebo, the beautiful gazebo where my brother got married at a green tree, which is just one of my favorites in the area, really. There's some great entertainment, too. Take us through who can be hearing at 11 to 1 and then 1:30 to 4:30.
Okay, so at the gazebo from 11 to 1:30 is the Blue Set Duo, and then Laney and Julie are going to be 1:30 to 4 at the gazebo, and then we're also going to have food trucks there at the gazebo, which we're really excited. That's been a component that we've been missing in the past. Mm-hmm. So we're going to have food trucks there, and then we'll also have vendors there in the green space behind Green Tree, and then folks need to come on into Green Tree. I'll have sweet treats on the table. And then we have our little antique gift shop that Gary loves to go searching for antiques. And so we've got a lot of cool stuff for sale in our little shop.
That's just amazing. And then I'm looking at the flyer, Connie, and it just seems like every stop in town, there's something for everybody, from local vendors to music and more. If you want, could you take us through some of those different vendors at each location?
Well, there's a couple of them that have a very special place in my heart, because from the very first pop-up I did when we were first trying to get this festival off the ground, they've been key players. So Jan Wright and her husband have Crocker and Springer Pottery. Their studio is just right up from the village, and they're going to be inside the Riverview House. So the Riverview House is the oldest property here in the village. It dates back to 1847, and so Crocker and Springer are going to be located inside the Riverview House. And then we've also got some folks inside Farley's Music Hall that have been participants in every festival that we've had. We have Marty McKay, who's known for her photographer, Rosa Renner, Lori Hoffman. Those are all local photographers that have been really, really great to work with us here in the village and help us promote the festival through the years.
Well, and that's what I think is so cool, is just the team effort and hearing that, all the different individuals and everybody coming together to put this on. And Connie, how long does it take for you guys to get set up for this? Do you guys start planning a year out?
We started planning this one right after the first of the year.
Wow.
And as I'm sitting here talking to you on the phone, in the green space back behind the green tree, they're out there putting up tents. Like I said, we had a volunteer meeting last night. So everybody is just really diligently working today to get everything set up to be ready to greet folks bright and early tomorrow. The festival officially starts at 11. It's from 11 to 5 tomorrow.
And I can't wait to, hopefully, if I have some time, to slip away and go up and see this, because there's so many different varieties of opportunities, from vendors to food trucks like this. I mean, from pet portraits to artwork on canvas, the Spice House by Pixie Dust Seasoning. I mean, L&O Lost Treasures, Cincy, Carol's Homemade Gems. I mean, the list goes on, and that's what I think's so cool, is there's so much variety. Yes, and I mean, and there's something for the kids too, because down by the old historic school, we're going to have games. So 2 of our village residents have stepped up, and so we're going to have games so the kids can stop and they're going to have hula hoops, and we've got cornhole games, and just there's going to be really something for everybody. And that's what I can't wait for, Connie. And I just think it's so cool to see this event really being put on and showcasing all aspects of a community, and also just so many different opportunities for all of us too. And before I let you go, is there anything else you can fill us in on before, this Saturday?
No, I mean, the whole reason we started doing the festival, because we hear from so many people, they drive up and down the river road and they're like, I never knew Elsah was there. So we're just trying to get the word out. Elsah is a great place. The entire village is on the historic register. If you've never been here, or if you've been here multiple times, please come out, stroll the village tomorrow. Take in all the sights and the sounds, and be sure and stop by Green Tree and say hello. And then I have to give a big shout out to Julie Canoyer from Peaceworks. Be sure and stop by her place. She's been instrumental in helping put together the festival this year.
And, thank you so much, Connie, too, for your time, because I know you're busy ahead of this event. So to get your insights on this and giving us a little bit of a preview, we highly appreciate it. And the best of luck ahead of tomorrow. And if you ever have anything else to promote with Elsah, we'd love to have you back on.
Well, thank you. Thank you very much. We greatly appreciate it.
Awesome. No problem. At 9:56, we'll take a quick break. We'll come back with top of the hour news next on a Friday morning in downtown Alton.